it's nighttime. There's a hint of sparkle in the sky, a whoosh as a witch flies past the moon. A black cat screeches and runs away. There's a zombie grabbing people from a gravestone, and everybody's scared. This is not a horror story. This is Halloween. What do we know about Halloween? Well, Halloween is the pagans used to have it, and it was a bit like Christmas, but scary. And it's because winters, when the sun is dying, and that's when all the dead come out to play, because it's Halloween. It's the Day of the Dead. If you live in an old house, chances are there was people who lived there before who are dead, and who must now come back as ghosts, and who are probably trying to scare the life out of you. But there's things you can do, like ring a bell and get some sage, and this woman has loads of tips for how to keep away from the ghosts.
The spirits will always leave a room when you chime a bell. Have sea salt if you can.
The ghosts can visit, and they might want to look after. The ghosts might be one to be looked after on Halloween because it's their special day. So, what should we leave out for them? Let's find out from this woman.
We'd leave out a drop of water, and we'd leave out a couple of cigarettes and a bit of bread and a candle to show light to the souls. So.
But as we know in Ireland, we want to light up the sky and guide all those ghosts and evil spirits back up to hell. And the government won't let us do that because they don't even have any rights for human beings. They don't have rights for dead human beings because they're a shower of crockett. They're a waste. They're a shower of dingbats. But since the dawn of the government, we have found our way to get fireworks, like what this guy has to say.
Take, for example, these sonic booms, or an air bomb, or a flash bomb. All of these sell for $1.50 each.
For Halloween, we have to dress up like spooks and scary things, because if a ghost sees you dressed as a ghost, he'll think you're a ghost, and he won't think about spooking you. In fact, he might be a bit scared of you, and that's why we have to dress up for Halloween. And people in Ireland have two options. You can buy a costume, or you can make a costume, and it's really a matter of personal preference.
Halloween, the Harry Potter costume was the biggest seller. This year, it's Spider-Man. To kit your child out as Spider-Man this Thursday will cost you €30. Parents are being urged to gang up and resist this commercial pressure.
The Spider-Man and the witches and the various other ogres that are around the place can be more fun to make, but parents need to gang up. Parents need to get together maybe with parents on their own neighbourhood or parents in the Parents Association in school, because parents are coming to National Parents Council about these issues. Talk about it and gang up. Don't let it happen to you, and preserve as well as that the kind of tradition that is Irish and our own identity.
It can be a bit of fun going around a ghost house until you get caught and are possessed by a demon. So people set up haunted safe houses, like this man here, and he's keeping everybody scared, making sure they're having a lot of fun.
It doesn't make sense to do this. Hundreds of man hours, thousands of pounds of money, sleepless nights. I'm on holidays. Like, I take a week and a half holidays to do this.
Throughout Ireland in the past, kids got up to all sorts of mischief, and that's because it's fine for kids to do that, because that's what Halloween is all about, to have a bit of fun. Some of the stuff they get up to would get them in a lot of trouble now, but these kids were having a ball.
The Druids lit fires to burn sacrificial offerings to the gods. Today's little devils pour petrol on bonfires, to the great dismay of the fire brigades.
Throughout, there's a bonfire, you can do loads of things. Halloween's great for everyone, because you can do loads of mischief throughout the country. Let's have a look at what a lot of kids are doing in Bray.
And tonight, with the cat locked up and the dog sedated, all around the country the bonfires are blazing, and weeks of covert preparation are going very happily up in smoke.
Well, what about the kids getting up to in Cavan?
Do for Halloween?
Cut lines.
Cut lines?
And ring doorbells. And throw eggs at windows. And hide things. And pull up flowers. And gather nuts. That's all.
And last, here's what the kids are getting up to in Ballymun.
Let's go down trick or treating.
Did you do that this year?
And now I'm going home to do it.
You're going to go and do it now?
No, around 10:30.
One of the best things about Halloween in Ireland is that when people think about vampires, they think about Dracula. And do you know who invented Dracula? An Irishman. And why? Because Ireland is full of spooky things, especially on Halloween. And if you're writing a book about a spook, the best place you can learn about the spooks is in Ireland, and especially on Halloween. This guy thinks it's some other reason, but it's not like.
Many people, when they were on their last legs, to stop the spread of the disease, were pushed into mass graves while still alive. Now, Stoker himself, when he was growing up in Clontarf, spent the first 7 years of his life bedridden. Now, his mother undoubtedly told him the story, and, perhaps he dreamt up the idea of the undead from these people in the mass graves. Did they rise again?
So now that you're all taught, and everyone knows exactly what Halloween is, and the history of the Halloween, and something about the pagans, and we all know how to celebrate it. Here's some tips to make sure that you have the best Halloween. 1. Stay away from graveyards because they're too scary and you have to respect the dead. 2. Masks are pretty scary, so make sure that you have a friend with you when you need to look in the mirror. 3. Fireworks can be fun, but they can also be very dangerous. So don't stick it where the sun don't shine. Point it at the sky, at the night sky, because that's where the sun doesn't shine. 4. Trick-or-treating is grand for the kids, but make sure you don't go to one of them weirdos that gives people razors in apples. Because that's one way to go for Halloween, to go pretty sour pretty fast, because you have to go to A&E. You might even be able to, you look wrecked with your face bleeding off you and your teeth all broken. But that would be good, because next year on Halloween, you won't need a costume. 5. If you're playing Ouija boards, try and contact someone who's recently died, because they'll know tech slang and it will save you a lot of time when you get messages through. So that was I'm Mark Baldwin, teaching you all about Halloween, and this was a Halloween broadcast for headstuff.org. Check out all the Halloween stuff, because it's spooky week for Halloween. So I'm Mark. My final thoughts are: we have to respect what the pagans taught us, and we have to respect what commercialism is teaching us. But we have to find a good balance between, because it's our culture from the past mixed with our future of money. So we have to make sure to spend a bit of money, but still have respect for Druids and pagans, because Ireland has changed, but that doesn't mean we have to change completely. So go out there and have a safe and happy Halloween, and look after yourself and try not to get too spooked. That's been me from the thing I'm doing, and that's the end. Goodbye. Spook. Goodbye.